Ye Pae Mu Ka. And then Kwama who do a ye bedi a wapono so edoso. Ebebo ye homa den si ebedi ni nyina so asada no duabo. And it's a new person join conversation. Na ensema ekwaso akuremu ye nyina betena se ne abobo ho. Medical segment ebebro. Yaa Titi Okrah II eyemidin. Sabre kwese no du ebebode e. Mene wa ewo radio no so. Mene wa ewo Facebook no so. Said ya asem ne tie bia ye nyina ye beka bi. Ya bia ya na asem a meka cho ne se me miama no na se wusu wu mia wa no a. Asem no hwan na beka. 95.1 I said yet here bia I was so obi so kasa. Ye nyina ye tibi kasa ya kiya no atu. I was so bia ka de ekoso ne bi. Esan se kuro no eye ma ye nyina se bia betenem. Bia ho atono. Na na nkomo na ewo pono so na me ne wo bedi wa kabi segment no so no. Me pesa wo pinchi radio ni ye. Me pesa wo bo ho ma de se Facebook no so na wa. Fre wo nua bi no so mfre ni nua bi meka ho. Was eda dia nkobo no emu adu yade akoso wa Ghana ha but e was obi sori kane de ebi kra de ade bi adu wonye obi abeka wasema kire no but asabni ya asam emu oya asabni ya asamu a e was ye nyina ye tena se ne ye ka ho asem anati Pae Mu Ka dwumade so live on Onua 95.1 FM and you live our Facebook no so Onua 95.1 FM and Onua TV Facebook page oba na the hashtag na aka ho like your page ne kane we na wa share Iron lady ayamidi makachro asam de menu mienu an ye beka obi anka mayen
Onua FM 95.1
Asam no said the city bia me no me no any abeka. We are live on Facebook Onua 95.1 FM and Onua TV Facebook page. Oba like a page no. And that story na ya wakabi segment so no. Me se frɛ wo nua bi na ka kire ne se ono so metie bi. And na mayire me ho pa sa me bia phone lines. Se be ya sa wo so wanya encounter bi sa. Ye nyina beka ho asɛm. Asɛm ne asɛm a esi ya che kakra. Ba ya se asɛm si a ye nyina nkra ne mu ntete nkra ne. Enti a wase ye investigations. E wase ye hwehwem ye bisa all the necessary questions beta asɛm ne ho. Ansa ne ye beka ne mframa mu ayaka. Enti ya to ye boa bisa questions bia ewom. Wamu ye expert do metimi dia boa ye bisa ni nyina ma ma kire ye mu. Enti asɛm no se de etitia de de ka na wase ye ka. Na ba bia wase ye nyina ye kwani akopa ho pomasi bre no ye nyina ye bekode akwakope because ensema akoso wakuremu no edoso pa da bia me ka che se ade ba ko pe na wa Ghana ha manwuru se yankwa ka adabraka ewo ho so be kwa hospital yankwa ka adabraka doctor mpacha me bill ya ade aba media so dodo tem so ana so be kwa pharmacy no akwasira nteso edro a yede manipa emanipa nyankwa no Ghana ha yanka adabraka yankwa hospital kodia no. It is our hospital that we are expecting say ye benya value for money. sika na yetua wa yasabia ho no yebetimi anya ho mfaso yabotae ne se yare yebegya apomden simple ena me pese me bisa question ba ko mienu miensa bi ansa na me ni me nua ba ma na hye nkoma na se me pese na nkoma no wo follow no from beginning to the end na what ya say ye me pese me bisa Ghana ha say enti Ghana ha na yete no se wo kwa ya sabia na se bibi towa enti ye ni kwan bia ye betimi afo so say se nipa no so owu yo se wanya complication bio se de na ato nipa no eno ane se saa ni agya nipa ne saa ni owu ya ne ye sifuru di fonti no se wanya obi obesori akasa ba na na se wokọ wonso a edi complication bi na abra no wote ho woni obi obeboa wo enti Ghana ha no che na oben na se wokọ ya sabia na bibi to na ususu se wo complain a eho na wasa wo de kọ you see asie ni bi eti ye health system na wo ho no asan ye death trap ama yen etu obebekwa ya sabia so okwa akọpe health care obekọ no wode ewu na beba obekọ no wode yare na beba obekọ no wode complication foforo na beba ni nyina ya niam akoso okurom ha ayasabia hudom ba yamia ya no me kai pa say lecturer bi ewo is it Gempa or Legon na yire eco free mu ewo Ridge, right? And is it 37? No, it's Ridge. I was see a man a wrong injection. Ekwa wi akire ne yiri ne wuye esansa ono no ya prominent person wo ye obi a wagidi wo ye lecturer wo chese odi de okasa ye eye dede. There are so many people dying at the various hospitals yen doctors na me ka so omu nyina but some of them omo negligence ni am omo ye no eka ho bi e na ni pewu but that story na me de brown de me pese wunya abotre now follow story no from the beginning to the end. Now, Betia said, the Tiamania Bradumre say, your health system no a death trap. Emma Yan Casa Ghana for, and that's the reason why we don't send an ad or Yaria hospital or Ghana. That's the reason why Baumia or Yaria no cock. Jamahama Yaria no cock. Atamus no cock. Kofua no cock. Krama Penyufonina Yaria, including members of parliament and ministers. Amwa Wamoko Ghana Yasabian, Amwa Aya emergency. Wakola pass it. Any a honu aniano. Near the Nako emergency. Ye nya first aid the banana hoto na pim ya de to play money at the neko. It is a hospital so no musima ye ya papa. Ade no mo do mo yare o mu nkom no mo kon farmer so that's the question e was enwumre me pese obisa. Na me nua ba ma aye friend no Anthony Moke. Ena me ne me nua ba me na be ye kabi segment no. Se me kwa na me ya ka be se na ma sha ase a heat na ba no ka se bra ma boil kosoro but eya rahosam na na dwumre ya ba be ka ho asem a me ya sure passes a wo so wo ba bi mpa e bia na bia to ba wonni obi a ba frɛ no se me asem sei na ato me na me hia kamafo obema wa do na yire a de yire ho mfa no de na kwa ya sabia akwa wiensem bebre na nya me e na me da the story no Mama be bra na nkasa na written story. Me sisa wo Facebook no so a. Yire ho sa wo be share. Frobi na obi so metie bi. Wo radio no so as a volume no wa bia mo be eya bia bi ka ho. Ma de wo twam ente yenka because anwumre ye ni abere. Ebetimi ato. Ebetimi ato me. Ebetimi ato obia wa Ghana ha. So far as a woni sika betu kwan afro play. Na be kwa kwalebu, obe kwa rage. Wobekwa 37 wobekwa hehe ayasabi atwa ye ho ahia de sister brother enkwama ne fa ho Anthony Moke eye bi nua bema ba ko a ye ne tadi nkwama pa face the country ba no odi mu akotene e me say dru ba bi ne anibra kakra bam ti ne wagya de ato nchen se na anibra no na eye nsem bebre enti na ye bedi ho nkomo Anthony Majo be microphone mame and I'm in person me hiti because I be kasa me hiti a anhwa beke kanse bia kire kroma panyimfo a e me say na de anhwa e be so ame pe ti me hya me ho so menim se enya boko ba nyankopon ne yemboafo ada na wo hye tuntum
me hye tuntum because abrantia misi so a minyin dru ba bia obi negligence ama ba be yakuna
Kafra.
Very sad. Me ma me bi frame no kan kyerem say asem we etu nkokrafo. Adentina wa akwara ketwa we.
Asem kase se ya to.
Oba me ne na wo na ma dwen ne say ye behwe akwara. Ama akwara na nyi abaye penipa. E wo krom ha no. One day BBC na me hospital. Obi ne yenti.
Obi negligence, obi adwuma wanye ne yie.
Ama me yire afiri me sa. Nti ubisa am say me hyetuntuma ye baaye ni.
We okunafo. Wa hwere wo yire. Anthony, Shasie. Ena me pese mo am Facebook no so no. Uti enkomo ne nyina no na wo comment e wase. Anthony aye den. Die na si.
Me nua ba. Mbefa kwanya we so. Achia Ghana fo nyina.
Don Rich ubetimi a started the video me makuma ne video no ato nchen ama me na afi omo Facebook no de o mehu video no said ye si etie yanko
Me yire ho dodo no.
Okay.
And I'm dey call Rage Hospital.
Rage.
Yes, Rage Hospital.
Okay.
Before Mbekasa no. Me fa kwanya we so aka kire Ghana for say I'm not here to run down any institution.
Be microphone no mame.
Any institution na hospital bia.
No.
We are not here to run down any individual. But we are here to run down the system and the evil people who are working in our various hospitals. Emma kire say obi ko hospital the yemu hihye no. These are one of the reasons Emma yenso say ye kasa. Obi biara kan o say Anthony adentina ankasa wo yire wu a anka nipa de wo ye den wawu
kamiawa no
anka miawa no na sie ne. But nia me pese me kan kire Ghana for enanwumre say I am doing this for the benefits of Ghana, for God and country and for Cynthia. Nia me pese me kan say we are all at risk.
Yanyina yankwada
asanyem. And ever since asem we see no. Ever since anytime bi am be biem anope, no be start a kind of story. No be a kind of story. Akire me say, near 2 mini, near 2 mini, near 2 mini. Ghana ha ye wo no. Nsem ato nkrofo bebre. Na assuming say me nye advocate for certain groups. And I say I don't have access to the media. And can say no. I also me so me the be share mo ho ne ma kwansie me yire din na kire say asem atwa.
Mo am Facebook no so no makuma na ye ka na asem a wa free mu no. Ne video e na wo share e wo Facebook no so no. E yo Onua 95.1 FM and Onua TV Facebook page. Video no e da ho. Enti Anthony e ye den na mo copy Rage.
Minu aba yemfa ne say onyafo kakra.
Okay.
Ena ye call the nearest hospital.
Otetoy. Okay.
Otoye ne yemfa ne say otoba kete so.
Okay.
Inti ye call nearest hospital. Ye call no mo discharge ye.
Okay.
Adechien then you have to na pay ni stay wo ho. Inti ese ye call hospital bi.
Okay.
Ye ne call the same hospital. Ena omodi omo kan kire say they are going to refer us to Rage Hospital.
Okay.
You could do Rage Hospital no. Not because of the pain inti. Omo kan kire me say omo de ne be ko theater. Inti omo suma me say me nkoto aduro. Inti aduro to ni mu mbeba no na omo de ne ko theater.
Na omo kan kire odio na omo koye na ni nti omo de ne ko theater.
Eno de nokra nyame anim omo an kan kire me. Ena me ko no I don't know anything about kidney. And a doctor be an can't say ye ko yi kidney. Na se ye ko yi
my yan hihya asem ni yi. Wo yire etetoy otoba kete so.
Sir.
Ena ne mfe ya ne ya. Ena ade ne call the nearest hospital.
Yes.
Mo kwa ba ye no ade che na still pain ne da so ho.
Sir.
Ena mo san call sa nearest hospital na mo di kan call ye no. Ena mo se ne ayan de de mo be call Rage. Mo refer mo to Rage.
Exactly.
Na mo kwadu Rage no omo twa scan omo twa x-ray dia no mo diagnose ya omo ne ko theater straight
Miniaba per questioning and somewhere ye bisa ne hwehwomu ye no there was nothing like scan biya before the surgery.
Wo kwato aduro no. Oma kan cho so mo ko theater.
Oman kan kyerem so mo ko theater.
Okay.
But omo se me kwato aduro mra.
Okay.
Inti me kwato aduro no, me baba na edina ko theater. Inti theater ni mu. Ena me ba mbisa asa no wa he, ena omo se omo de ne ko theater. Ena okay fine, omo de ne ko theater dia say ende ayaresa. Obi akọ hospital ye ne surgery.
Yeah.
Surgery de bia ye bi wo krum ha. And I was even praising God, say, thank God, say, I yentem.
Bia omo timi identify the chrono.
Na ye de ne ko nti ayaresa na na ye gu so. Me wo ho na sister bi. Ano so o say o ye medical doctor. Opie ye bae. E na o de moja. Sa tam ne ma konta na ko ye.
Okay.
O de moja ewo we mu. E no kan kire me say fa we.
Don Rich ubedi aba wa chire ho pe.
Fa we wo Anthony fa we kokorebu na kwahwehwe moja. E na akonta no so emfa we eno so ko we 37 and I say any nearest hospital bia you benya moja for we because there is a probability say obe lose blood during the surgery.
Okay. Inti ya suma mu mienu wona wakonta no obi e ko ba bi obetimi enya moja.
Sa.
Okay.
Ye kwa ye ne enya bi.
Okay.
Inti ade chin no. E na ye ba ye hospital you have to report to the doctors and say ye kwa ye moja ne enya bi.
Mo anya bi.
Inti ya wo na one doctor be offer me. Inti na still na me keep on pressing to various hospitals. Inti Samsung by 37. Anyumren
when nyina ya one day asem na okay.
Debi 37 de me ba na adwo no.
Okay.
E na mo ka kire me say moja no ebi wo ho but in process ye.
Okay.
Inti anopa na me ba ye no. E na doctor no frɛ me say Anthony. It seems say oyere yare no we didi agro. I'm say doctor ade or say ye hia moja within 1 hour or some hours when ye moja na ma oyere obetuma frim.
Hey.
Inti na mani abre pa. Inti me wo hostel na me moja ne bi. E na o ka kire me say Anthony ye wa asem bi a anka on pese obeka kire me. But because say moja asem no akoye na I say I don't see the gravity of the issue no. Inti o ka kire me say me yere wa ye kidney failure patient. And I'm say e ba ne say o ka kire me say ni kidney no apeche inti omuayi. I'm say na some way there eba daben inti me ba hospital ho no e na one doctor bi o chia me e na o ka kire me say wo yiri kidney no ni video ni e wo me phone so e na o de kire me no
na wa ma na send am o.
That is the mistake. Say sister me nim adwea
why
wa
frustrated
and na me ankasa momu still na upon all that ninya no more press himself to get the blood.
So nya moja ne ba.
And I'm going to make it clear. Ewo Ghana has say doctors so medical experts so Ghana penifo nyina ka say yenton moja.
Moja de yenton ye nti na to da bia bra bi so ane akwa blood donation ne de akoboa yenton moja.
Mini aba. Men tra Ghana ha mani. And medical can say, I'm not here to run down any medical institution and I say BBA, but I'm going to speak facts. The reality on the grounds. 4 months in hospital, and I may be catching Ghana for. Moja tuwa mienu ewo Ghana ha is more than 1,000 Ghana cedis.
Hey.
But uto we are the only thing that will be given to you a processing fee. 300 Ghana cedis. This means 700 Ghana cedis no going somewhere.
Receipt I de be ma wa ya tro so say processing fee no. 300 cedis and was so.
Fine.
What's your 1,000? I say 700 de ko bi bottom.
And ya ko bi bottom.
Now when be sa question say I don't know what my receipt at 300 go so.
Be say wo bo wo pacha wo ansa na wo saka moja no. And you have to go through that.
Yeah.
This yen pay for you na ka say yanton moja wo krom ha. We are being wicked to our own self. We are punishing our own self. We are killing our own self in our own hands. Inti sister, me kwa asam so no. Inti omo ka kire me say, fine. this is the situation. Inti anche biya ne nam ho ne yekonya moja ne bi e wo Lekma Hospital. And now almost DC ni so.
Okay.
I think almost say yempe 6 units of blood. But I'm say ye bomodien nya say 4 or say 3. And almost DC so. Or DC ni so. And kebia na hospital bill buy. Hospital bill buy no it's more than 5,000 Ghana cedis. Inti me wo ho say me tuya no. And now one doctor be offer me say, Anthony, what are you? I say me wo social welfare for office discussing about the bill. Said the BC maybe say me to your percentage because you can't tell me say you refer me to Kulebu. And you can't leave the hospital without settling them. People hold na doctor and can't tell me say Anthony. Because of wayiri issue no, I hear emergency say what they wayiri and rush it to Kulebu. Because
baby awadri now with the moja na kwa mo de asini so.
De asini so.
And I catch you say baby you condition e kono. E was so rushing no Kwalebu. You are in the middle of how I will plan it to your bill. No?
Yes, almost ignore the bill and rush to Kulebu. Kwa ambulance.
Answer but adiwe mame. O microphone aseno. Aha.
Kwa Kulebu.
Aha.
Na kwa ye arrangement for bed. It's also quite arrangement for ambulance. And I'm catching them and say, we need be me ko Kulebu akoye arrangement. But wo koye we arrangement on
there. Enya we nti wo hwe manim. Hwe Facebook no so. Hwe manim.
Nti
Nyabotre. Don Richie ya ne picture and picture. Amisa baby said ya dia to na so dodo enti nani otwa nani pe etoso. Aha, na enye ketwa. Anthony, enhwe TV kese na ebo studio ha ne biem. Manim. Aha. For the sake of your viewers on more Facebook nti e wose ye ne saa. No mu hu asem na ye ka no the gravity of it. Nti sese hwe manim enhwe TV no so biem.
Nti ye koye no me koye arrangement no and omode ne ba di ambulance e de ne bae ti omode ne bae e na doctors bi omo wo ho no mo ka kire me say na say sa asem we e betuma handle no wo
rage he ya
na dentina
omo se fa ne Kwalebu
because if it is about dialysis I went to the Kulebu old bridge in Nimu. The dialysis machines were working. And if it is about urology, per investigation, Ridge Hospital have 3 urologists.
Omoye Juma.
But bakun ako pension. Inti
akamienu. Okay.
But experts are saying as far as what urologists were the hospital have urologists.
Oh, one of your
well, fine. But indications say at that moment na me case no onya complications no there wasn't urologist. And that serves as a basis omo refer to
Kwalebu. Okay.
But nyame person me can say nhwehwemu a kire say nipa na oye meyere surgery no oni hu kwan say obeye surgery no
on qualify say obeye surgery.
Yes, he's a medical doctor and a surgeon. Okay. But obia with the juma.
Okay, obia on the field.
Yeah, what urologist and a nephrologist.
Okay.
Sankrofu way and omoye kidney ho adwuma. Asama eye me ya ne se me yiri da Kulebu no. Doctors mienu ebae and omo bisa ase. Abaya. Na wanka se die pa na ne yehwehwe wo yemu a. Ya ye o surgery no basa sei. Menye medical expert.
Yeah.
Media share me ho wife e disi ne bo e pai na kusi ne ba so.
Hey, ada dey anko na mo hwehwe.
Nobody. Because doctor ne catch them say the reason why all the wura ye funi mu no. Enyo no ko hu ye. So he was searching.
Ah.
Now searching no so there enter say book will be bio.
Uh-huh.
You are going with knife to search.
To search. Uchucha. Hey. Assembly are very serious. Oh.
Uchucha ko echucha na uchucha. Yevu ni pa yefu mu enter say bia say because the reason why he was searching they say he didn't do scan.
When just scan, when yes, Rebia, and who baby a problem.
The problem, and he said, "Oh yes, sir, and go straight to the problem." No, I can't solve. This amount to total medical negligence.
Into what you try, ya kwa ure mwa, and I okoto kidney no ye kidney ni free ho.
Or can't me say the kidney no, or say the last no question say, or kwa who no. The last no question say, Uncle kidney no, or so na kidney no a bleedy. And kidney a bleedy. You don't remove it. Per medical experts advice, you don't remove it. There are certain procedures that mean to me because as some canon, because of certain legal issues, I think I have to reserve certain information, so that I will not disappoint my lawyers. Inti eba ne sa no e na ono so kwoto ye no.
No yiye.
No yiye. But so se ka kire me say ade na ye de kire me wo phone su no. Enye bibia eblidi. Na yade a apeche kura tete se beef is on top.
As you did, Sikanya wo bibi amana
but the doctor says he's bleeding. But the video na yede kireme no, and as a picture na yede kireme no, enye bleeding. And it's not like kidney at all.
Hey.
So who is telling me the truth now? Miniaba.
Timu kwadru kwalebu na yede.
Edru kwalebu. Ya WOHO. Be say 2 months.
Mudi kwalebu 2 months.
Oh, kwalebu di edi be say 4 months.
4 months.
Getting to 5 months now.
Oh, free mono. Oh.
And I'm going to tell this to all Ghanaians, say from my heart, say, Abai, who will be here? Go and support kidney failure patients. Because the cost of treating kidney in this country,
it's so expensive.
Expensive. Maybe WOHO catch them say this issue, despite no money to handle this issue, no, they find it very difficult. Recently, I saw a publication by Gabi Ocherdakun. Or catch them say, say abai bibifa the cost of treating kidney in this country. When in dialysis, every kidney failure patient be a dialysis 3 times in a week. And it is almost bakun kolebu, which is the cheapest, 380
per session
per one. Inti said 380 times 3 in a week.
3 in a week. That's okay. Kako be 1,500 a week. Every week.
Every week. Inti sobinya kidney issue na ban anye bibi amfa ho. It is a death sentence.
Oh.
It is a death sentence. I mean, traha enkan sama. Ebe show biye, ebe mo biye mu ahihye no. But this is the reality.
And no de de ekwaso.
Me edru baby no. Madam. Me yere. And the mam Lauren Fair. I catch them say Anthony. Be show me nimi keke.
Oh.
Loan, my happen.
What you loan a pim?
Mabusianfo mbabu amen apem.
Apem.
Majuma mu esi ema maju esika baako a they have 888 apem.
Apem.
Me nanfofo apem.
Oh.
Eto de bi kura mpo a. After the edru baby, then it is Kolebu doctors who have to contribute money.
Oh.
To buy medicine, and they were writing letter for support from foundations to come and support Cynthia. Because Kolebu for catcher and say, and yen form so, name form so be and the free obia.
Doctor being from so,
Doctor being from so, and a man at Tunisa, Obre. Inti, say, Omuye bibi, a buano. Me kwa masem so. We did 2 months. Ewo Kolebu. And na Cynthia nankasa doctors be say 3 and 4. If say every 2 weeks be omu change doctors. Me WOHO. And na I think one of the junior doctors saw it. And na with their bench so. Already matter drew. With that bench so. Ewo eduase. Hey sister, enye easy o yare. Yare amama da bench so. Eto de bia me ba ketua no. We all have to go and sleep Kolebu.
Oh.
Eto de bia anaju 12 o'clock ne omo abepam ye say yemfiri ho. Na me kura akwara no wo mebo. Ye me yere no de. Now, before Mbekwa Asam, so I'm going to talk about the complications. When him say me yere, 3 days no suro so bediti.
Oh.
Because kidney no, and then the filter
nsuo ni aduane ne ye di nyina.
Me yere didi ana kogu ni yemu traw. Esi ho na kire say, yefu na ehho no sa so ntumi gi ahome. You suro so bedidi, suro so banu nsuo. O se Anthony e kom de me.
Oh.
Anthony su kom de me ba tim suro se bedidi.
Hey,
look at what somebody has caused. Now, a bad answer they have to. Some more tree in Suno free name. A beer me panie.
Ne kone ba.
Not the siremu. And yet the panie tintin said they are war because of the dialysis. The big one a conhony de
Ah.
Intimate to us some so. Me wo na doctors na frame say Anthony. One kasa wo se reje ko ye no e de na si ye. And I mean narrative story no send your messy aka no. And o ka kire me say ye koye wo yire surgery no ye bo amane si da bi. Ye koye surgery there is something like consent form.
Wo feel bi.
Ah bema yen bema waja to mu say kidney no. Yenyi anase ma yenyi. Did you sign?
95.1.
And I'm saying no. Man sign bibisa.
So obi ampo anka hwe ankyere wo.
Fine. Inti ebaye no. Doctor no bisa am say. Wonim say se yi nipa organ biara. E de mabusuafo no. No mo di akọ pathology lab.
No makoye
for assessment to determine the degree. Asay. Nti ye ho kwan se yi anase ni ho kwan se yi. And I'm saying, doctor, me de minimo. O si ya de ma o. And I'm saying, Debbie.
Hey.
And now, Okrosi the doctor to call ye. O free one no kofre rage for. And o catch them say, Minia, my young from so, Mumbrani and Transi. Na yem pe kwan ya.
Ya de be fa so.
Ya be fa so. Cynthia, onwu, ne mo be nyan kwan. Because abaya na catch ye say, ade be ye ni ya pa say, enye ni wo no be wo. Ade beye ne ya pa se obewu no agya ne ba.
Onua FM 95.1.
Oka kire me say Anthony, me bai o se obeye lawyer. Anthony, duru bre bia na oka kire me say obetuma ahwe no. Nam se men kan sa asem wo yin kire me. Ade me ya pa ne say omo doctors na na omu rage ho no ma ka kire say sisi ye de enye yi. Because oka kire me say ye de net na machine bi so ne ye de ne koy no mo ka kire say omo di machine si ne mfe na mo ka kire say so they were checking say kidney back no so e wo ho ana
because so nipa bi awo kidney mienu.
Fine, it is clear and on record say the doctor didn't do double checking before removing the other one. It is assuming say my wife wo kidney mienu a
enka mu hu because ka ba kono so wo functioning ana lawyer maliba meboa oh me the lawyer ma o we see na lawyer
who address me and who address me
lawyer maliba
to avoid impersonation. I don't want to appear
me the asaba shock when you bring
be pacho I don't know frame how me joining your
project but some nipa bi kidney yet to right.
Of course.
It is about functional, the other one should be functioning.
Me medical expert, but I think se yankopon on one year
yeah
or yeah
kidney ni me no
we have vital organs kidneys in A1 and they are 2 And according to experts in Krampuno, Bako function fully at a time.
Okay.
That's how be a bahwa. Na Bako so take you.
As I take you over.
Even your lungs Krampuno. How no because they are very vital.
Without these 95.1.
Nobody can live. As well as the heart. And your organs have problems anyhow. Enti Krampo here Yankopon de Wakakoshe.
Almost inside. Now, sir, Anthony Metiasia, yeah. Doctor Nan, Anya checks beer, because your chest and go say, or you're in the kidney, ya one.
Yes. You determine. In Tibiko Korebuno, and I could look for catching Mr. Anthony. What summoner wakano, yen to mean Ginaso. And my judgment. So, what you will do is to go for CT scan. CT scan, and the Bema Yaginaso, but memory research, let me show you say. You have people who were created by God.
Oh, mo kidney, yeah, back.
Onua FM 95.1.
And my wife is one
of them. Oh.
I am hearing this for the first time.
For the first time, yeah.
And when you search online, you will see that kidney, people with one kidney is possible, medically proven.
Yeah.
Sanity. Inti mimpo mwa because mi hu aboa bi a yakunu krampo a o kidney ba.
Nurse said doctor ne ye check sir. Enko be hu say Cynthia kidney eye baako.
Inti that one.
Inti no e was say ye treat ye no kwanse ye yi free ho.
Okoye say no yi. He admitted.
Doctor na admit it.
Yes, he removed it. Inti ehwo na korebufo kan kire nse. Wafom. Inti mummra. Na yen find the solution
95.1
Cynthia issue. Because Cynthia na busuafo so are ready to donate the kidney.
Oh.
For her to survive. Me akasa mete ha no. Say fire anka me so be de mo ho bagim.
Oh.
Omo bom. Ade me ya no no. Anka I wouldn't have talk. But ade me ya no no. Ya frawo. Yes, but me ni nyina so. Nurses fo ni bi kan kire say rage for by better dro man. But omo kwaye no omo kwoti die. Omo kwoti die no. Omo amma biem. Kolebufo from amfa.
Omo amma.
Then kolebufo aka kire say omo disrespect ya. Then Anthony get lawyers.
Na mo fan court.
Na be also court mo. Omo kan kire me say I should fight this case in a diplomatic way.
Onua FM 95.1.
Because me ye gidigidi a me yere na bebre. Be ye court ni we. So the lawyers went there not for legal battle but rather a diplomatic way.
Mo de be solve ya
sem no. Ye kwotena ni aka kire mo say ye sere mo me empe kwan a ye de be fa so. Me dem lawyers mienu no ekoye. There was a receptionist opamoye.
Opamomo.
And you say opamoye wa maye kwan. Oka kire say ha ya be ya ba no omunya we. Say ye ni omu eba be meeting so you should go. And the lawyers ne kan kire say you should see enko a. And there let us schedule a meeting. So that you can meet the medical director. Oka kire say wati. Lawyer no ba ko no anwumre esanso kobiem. Oka kire me say
Onua FM
anwumre no oka kire me say oka kire lawyer no say the medical director is not around. Nemum watu kwan oni krum hanti. There's no way you can meet him. The nature say Satam so aye kwa sa nyina no lawyers ni nyina ni abre no na oba no te ase. Oba no te ase. Nti omo ye sanka no. Nti asam no say na esiko no akire na me yire wuye. But the amazing thing is that they took the details of my wife. And also raise another suspicion of which I don't want to say it on air.
Yeah, that one.
Inti omunya me yire details no. Inti ye ni mi say anka ombe freye. No ma kanche ye kan. Ye hu omo. Omo amaye kwan.
Onua FM 95.1.
Enti mo bisa rage for say kidney no way.
Nti o je mbeba bedu ho.
Ya brain nti because another so ho.
Yes. Nti later a media house be ekoye and the call so then they grant us access. Ya kwai dey bisa say kidney no. Se mo yi nkrampo a ewo he. And almost say kidney ni de afi no mbehwehwe. No muntumi hu so mo de maye so mo amfa maye. Na ebia tama na ye free ho akọ kolebu no ebia amudi isi ye nkyɛn nti yesese niema na fra mu. Na me say doctor no kronya me ni mama ha se medi agro. Nti certain kasa bi wo ha aka hwe ho de no mame. Nti as at now my wife kidney is missing.
Onua FM 95.1.
As at now Rich Hospital is not telling me bibia on ka bibi papa bia enkyere me. Nti require you see enini. So that is
nti besin ne Cynthia Frim na so ne kidney ayera
sanity
ana rage doctors say almost say
obi anka hwe bia enkyere me.
Obi anka hwe but omo kan kire me say your call first meeting no me kan kire me say I'll many omo be nya another meeting, but it's like nobody cares. Obi anfa ho
omo mfrɛ me that meeting, and maybe if they were thinking say me na mbefra me say see am yire that form.
Onua FM 95.1.
So be see no
and I will share
and am hwe ni adaje, and I'm not going to call anybody. But no krenya me anim on my hospital no a rich oni me ani ni nti masam ina no.
Anthony Moke or your youth advocates face the country no di akwetene pa sama atuni ebetimi atu obia many abema malibabesi or say for the first time and what to say nyankopon bo nipa bi ma no mu kidney ye baako enti sa won kɔ check wo de a wo kura wontimi hu sa wo de emienu ana ye baako o enti sa doctor yi oye proper checks etwa scan eye x-ray ade bi a waso ye no diagnose de wo hwehwe a menya sure say nkɔ de sika besi onipam twitwa no basa akotwitwa kidney afra wo wi anu wa yi kidney no amesei kidney na yera nipa na free asem no enya enkwa baabia o afa ni ye hyase na ya boksom say no me sure say all the necessary quarters are e was asem no kono ebekọ enti Anthony wasem etwa to
masem etwa to no say sanya me see di kan you know
be microphone no.
We are not here to run down any institution. Ghana Health Service must set up mechanism bia and as an internal control system bia. A manipa nya
Onua FM
ko asem mu a
obenyo kamafo
na asem no enkwa kwahye ne ho no mfa kwahye fie. Anthony Moke may yes I the way for Ghanaians and not for my wife alone. Now we are at risk. But as some can say, and now we can introduce a program. Now we can say we need diplomatic passport. We are supposed to visit the hospital 2 days. We to for playing the beer.
To me,
Yari mowa. We catch us we a guy, and I say me to me power. Me this. On several occasions, president of these countries has been rushed to a local hospitals over here. And the ministers name we meet them. Kolebu, I spent 4 months there. We have been meeting them always. Then beside me say, hey,
most mobile heavy.
Hey, sana.
But told ya dia obebaha. O passport never cut them.
But near medical to say, and Befa Quenya way so, no matter Kulebu Government Hospital. Because Hono me besam who several questions say, and you Kulebu na after the sassy. And I'm catching them and says, here, we are nurse Nibina, and I said, Dr. Bina Sebi, we near maybe our home bachelor. So Kulebu has tended to be a first-class hospital. They are providing outstanding service. Kulebu does not move without doing scan, X-ray, and as a lab test. They don't move. Even to the sense they went and consult my wife, say, Cynthia. Cynthia, the person any assume ya or representative will say no, it do hunkomo. Then Cynthia have to allow them. One way I didn't say easy. But ye ko yi ni kidney no obi dey say ono dey it doesn't need my consent. Just so ko ya na pe yi. Ghana for help us. Mu nyina mo beka ho. Ni em fight for Cynthia. Yema Cynthia enya justice. Na so nya justice a won so sa justice no will serve as a deterrent for Ghanaians enyina. We are all at risk. And I repeat, hashtag
Justice
for Cynthia. Medasi.
Meso medasi. Mesama oyako. Ene shedding. Enye enafom. I mean, him say with time. Bibi abe fa akwala no ho ye.
No ho ye pa. Sisi mi hu me ba.
Kakra. Bibi abe fine. Why?
Now no bisa me say, Daddy, when is mommy coming home?
Oh.
I know me fanning PA kakra bisa me say, Daddy, so when mommy gets well, what will you buy for me? Enye easy. Inti se me mo ka me kasa. Wa wuti fie na o ka che se mo ka kasa mesra wo yiri nwuye. Ento warada. We ba enko school sesia. Ento that is why I can't say mo ka adentina anka won kan wa ntumi na we
Onua FM 95.1.
Join us and fight for Cynthia. Na say onya justice a ochina wo so ko hospital a ye be show
ye.
Nti me nya for me yire, nya for me nko Ghana fonti. And as a youth advocate, me na me set a coalition against CUC and Labor Union. We fight for public sector workers. We have been fighting for the youth. Na me yire ni ekuna. And you expect me to keep quiet. Somebody mother is gone. There be someone bisa mo senti me ba no da ki opon school a onko hwanje.
Maybe I be fine.
Yamenti.
Medase. Me no be ka say chiri. Why? Ya show hu su ye ma me wate. Me nua Bema Anthony Moke na enwumre me ne no adi nkomo no. Na sam no ya sam emu oja. Se doctor ni anye na dwuma yie. Se media botaya me de ko nipa ne yam no. Ma nkohu nti na me hwehwehwe. Nti wo de sika ne si ha. No de sika na si ha. No de sika na si ha. Ohwehwe. Awu de sika ya hwehwe nipa yam akopie ni kidney ho. O se me kwato kidney na kidney bleeding nti. Me nyansa akasa che me se kidney no o se me yito twene. Ene wayi kidney na to atwene. Kidney no wa hia. Be si ne kidney da yera. Eti the actual so the missing kidney. Because asam no asam emu wiram pa. So ko you obi surgery. Nipa no de ne ba no wan siki ne concern wan bisa no. Se me kwaya wo yiri surgery. Document we be sign there was nothing like that. Me say Ghana your hospitals no. Ya da ne death trap amayen. E da no be me come story. E wa ma ache so. And I'm who send a bloggers ni bia fefa and it is true. Nyame na ye madom ka 37 omuku me first born maame. Obi ama fa afro na me kunu akwa Russia woni Ghana. Wa send this scam si me koyi na me collapse ye. Ye time me dem kwa atomic. Atomic doctor ohwe me was so painful collapse dia. E ye topic mo fa no 37. Me bedu 37 ye ntwa scan ye ntwa hwio straight to theater. Ade almost referral from atomic. Doctor bi ono kwa the baby Dr. Lawrence. Oni duty was obi hwehwe no. Eno ba ho so be receive ni pakro eno boru theater And was a topic for from say I or some which scan almost there be referral from atomic and was say then the other na muncha scan. Doctor Nina na only duty no or no never found me coach charm scan and the who say am a blood sugar and alcohol form. Enti senyo no never pass it through and come me surgery eku me ba no. Minim krampo say at the end of surgery no kra ka de besi. Ye kum krofo da bia. Ye kum krofo da bia. Ba sento wa. Unhu say asem a ye ka no. Sei enetie. Me da me gide che me say man kasa. Ghana no enye se dia me pe. Eti sa wo se won kasa me dia me ma no emi timi kantum I will talk. And anaka me wasem kire asem ka che ba omia. And I said, I can me was some catch the baumia, and the questions be an ampesa me bisano. Many of them are mocha issue, no, a serious mamma chain, baumia for now or bassy woman. Come bisano questions. But ye was some here, and ye was me here, pa. It's ya some way, and you're from Mokem Qua, a bet me out to, a bet me out to boost your nibi, a bet me out to a back, a bet me out to a be our garden.
95.1.
Sasem ba. Let's fight together. Na Ghana no eye ba akope o. Ba akope. Okay.
Oh. Okay, how na kinsu.
Bibia fine.
Yemi adom.
E de nyame ase.
Ana yue tia CD na asena karade.
Enkomo na edi kan na emu nhye da nye de. But ye be nde be fa ne sa. Besima bibia fine.
Nyame adom.
We say the watchi wani ase wagigi adam ya bibia fine. Bibia pacho be microphone no na mentu keye.
Say ade echi oda na ade echi a.
Enkwa ne hia.
Ai. Nyame na be ma de obidi.
Mate. Bedu ba bia nyame won fa mmasa agi adwumaden.
So o yare na nyame sika no aduano kra ba so ntimi.
Ntimi ni. Ai. Eno so hu hia. Dia yade sha ase ni. His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo na wadwa unibu afu pa. Emo se COVID time enya Ghana nkwa na economy eye basa wonti ase de nti a na rating agencies no mato omani asi yen so sa no mo rating yen by heart because obi economy a crash but yen kwa de na so omani wo yen so dodo nti wonte ne ho ase sa de na ekoso no nani anhye da anye ho ma me sha se mfiri Bismarck so the first 5 minutes na fe minim say den ya rebattles bebem into 5 minutes na fe some say another 5 minutes I rebattles na fe ye ko ase north ye wi ane de akoto free esan e de aka ho na fe ye ko ye ni
kem say de kan me chia watifo asem na wo de ato ye ni mo em say o man bia ni ho a se ba se ye reti na reti no anko yi a now your man penny and I say oh a leader crowd or department be and I say ministry be a ebe ye de and the ban says no more rating omo hwe ne ma ekoso o man no ansa ne ahwe rank ye de be ma Ghana ye nim se na Ghana economy tie before answer na COVID eba na sa abrofu ya na rate ye say we are the fastest growing economy and say the whole world kwaneto so too abrofu na rate ye yin ana brofu kro ye hu se COVID aba be ka Ghana ana COVID no buy no mo aso na mo ka say Ghana ye ka country a mo manage economy ni COVID ni year we are one of them. It was all over say ye would manage COVID ni year pa it e ba ni say na obi a country a mo amaboy aba so e say ye manage COVID ni year country amaboy aba so e say before COVID no na economy ko year after there within 2 years na bibia say well ebia omo nam ekwan fa so omo fa so no omo hwe ye ne ka ho bitina ye ko aye me fo mo bo aye me ko ma ho say niema enko se ne ne ye hwehwe no but ana me kan no yo mampanyi na bibisa enye wo de se bibisa ede ekoso mampanyi dika because onu so nu say bia obon homodin mampanyi dika onu say bia ebia nsem bia omo keka no ebenya ni nyina na ewo mu sa ana say obi ye research no be a questionnaire e wo nipo be
ma won so kakra nka mani beje
say wo ye research now ma questionnaire e wo nipa be approach wo obetu be approach me tanfo on ka sem de fa me ho da ana so wo approach me dofo so a obeka sem de
obe praise sa
it is a abrofo say be mo ye we no nyom na neti Ghana ha but omo hwe bia social media omo hwe nipa omo betimi no mo di nkita hodie ana ma
I say basket ni nyina ewum.
No me dey rating.
No. Nti it could be say maybe an nipa do come share.
So no mo consulted the right people. Is that what you are saying?
No, it's possible. And as adibia come wa obeka say na eye.
Because I come back say beginning there na omo ye na na mani age no. E no dey na right people.
I'm come ma say wrong people. But I'm not saying say wrong people nkwa na omo contact you. Omo on base omo digina so dey. Me nim point comporting a present digina so because na me yes me hu me nim there ogina so a kasa ya odi ema say enka ho asem. It mean kind of.
Oh, there no kasa wo AU summit na say. No one ma comment say the war rating agencies or Western world etu omani esi Ghana economy so no na ni anye ho.
They say World Bank director so be kasa also kasa praise you fine. Are they contradicting themselves? Because of kasa COVID no yes is can buy ni misuse ye. Yeah say no. And another group of people also because who use
scan.
And are they contradicting themselves? Those are some of the questions about ni nyina mu no bibi sa ba amu woni pa ko e ma hu sene wo ye na anamo ese otu no se bibi na wo ye na enko ye na wasesa no so otu no bi kasem bi a se bi obi a kasem ye ode a kire obi kasem bi na anya ode mpo a hwe bi na there a little bit truth
ewom
enti bi a enko ye na hu se enko ye no no hwe no adjust ho but any nyina no man panyi de wate ogina eyufo anem no kan asem because enye agana nkwa na omdidi yen abrofo no prepi no muta kasa egu yen African so because of say yen it depend on more no mo mayem bo ani ntino bibie na no mo ka gu so eto o kama na say ne omo ye no ebetu aye other countries and I say big other countries go so amu dibidi wom enti enye omo nkwa na didi wom Ghana so maye bi in a way enye 100% negativity because we are the asafo na be bo abaso asafo na so na be correct o and so obi you nti atena na nche say otwo atwene ese ona hwe se de waka no e wo mu ana se nim negative e wo mu no na wa hwe positive wo so no aso no akoso no waye omo rate wa omo nka negative nko a
omo ka positive e wo mu so
yes waka negativity no ti de o positive no de woni age negative so ba na waso na watu ho na mo se na be ya betimi akọ
na ne ade na ma panyi wadwa sa
dwa me kura medwa because be the way a omo ka no
say mo ka no
mo kroya na ye pe IMF loan the proposal buy mo kire ya bibia ba mo approve chese na me ko yi and I say ye e betimi support ma na ma ko yi and the ban say na fe dem condemn ye kura say ye timi nya hwe
I say kura
World Bank director eba Ghana ha be president Ghana COVID time we say mu ye nema yie mu hihye mu bia akoso yie nye this just last 2 weeks when I say communicate ni ba bonti a ye so mu hwe communicators di ye dede no enti eba ne say enti wo manyaka mampanya anya ne de me as MPP ni enya me de say me kan no so obi ka sembo ne fa ho a we ye so te say de kra
enyo de
but okan no utena se abe say nipa no e bia ne kra bi wo mu a then it will arm you ebe mo why is strong ebe guide you na ne bi a wo ye no wankwa ankoye bi
okay amaliba is also my AK Haruna
very well mean your tifo oh abra na your brother your kasewi all kind of customer or rich or refer say kebeya aban enko Ghana for ammonia kidney.
Yeah.
Yes, kidney liver disease. Ghana. Even cancer and that kind of say highly chronic diseases are and the treatment here very expensive in the government and common war. During or before the 2020 elections, NDC the people manifesto
microphone.
Good. What you mean? Fine. You call Ghana for what? Money you didn't come more. I didn't share Ghana for can you new. I did share your manifesto. Go page 62. The last heading 7.11 come about the health policies. We call paragraph L. Somewhere can you the health policies. The NDC government will therefore implement the following policies and it says established a cancer and kidney diseases trust fund to support Ghanaians who need assistance for such conditions. Who need assistance for such conditions. Now, you say, it's me by Pae Mu 2020. Kasa policy kebe yejuma.
En kebe yejuma.
Look, meaning so what I who say the way ya. Ofa, pokuase awoshi kwan from Banyard, Ablekuma. Utimi share sade no. And a free Amasaman Eba Accra so ube share sade no. And a free Banyard so Eba La Paz. But loudspeaker si kwa on dia kwala bi asi wo say oyare.
No yare.
No almost resika.
Omoji dem Madina.
Very well.
Adenta Atomic Junction. You
could see that Ghanaians are going through some level of pain. But these people, that they were born in Ghana.
Yeah.
Now see a Tisikaswa. We're expecting, say, Alistair Matthias gold scandal. I was some opinion for now by that romanti. $40 million worth of gold. When you free Ghana had the Kwaman on it. Yeah, the 1 month, $40 million sika. 1 month sika $40 million. And the two sa for two more. And say we could be saving Ghana ni back on a minu. Na boa magana chichi akoneni. Look, me kanda God forbid, yare bo mi ukro is here. Me were only one doctor, me man who kwa mana be me. Why ma konta me money din. We want to free war. I prefer to go and die in my village in peace than to go through this kind of situation. In fact, it's time people pay for their negligence.
Yeah.
Now, what tear someone you can hear? Monsieur Fem. And me man ko say ena busheni na. Mampini akufuado. Me manajo. Sabre ni ire ufufu ma no ondi fufu so be di so ye say the free France bre no. Ne ho ato na ojojo no ho. Na you see papa no enioma o benefit here na ogina eno so de be yo mampini no. Obetina kunwa so he is fighting that system. Oyo onipa bia politically no one ya undue advantage from menkano a rough system, elimination by rough tactics and unkwano dia na mu abisin de we ka 1996 elections ono rekwa mufa achima bu akwa memma to euro mo say afide so chese ye memma or replicate at the crowd or see to by elections. Ye chevi kakao. We also be a boss you too. 2020 elections. Okumnipa 8 to be a president again.
I never be president on the Kuomo.
Who controls the Ghana Armed Forces?
Oh, na sir, when you Omako 222 and just on the Kuomo.
Who deploys the army?
And see, I was here and CDS name.
Good. Who
Defense Minister Kasa?
Who appoints the CDS? Who appoints the defense minister? And who benefited from that murder? Has the president called for investigations? Mampini for the Bay Ghana Mampini, that Ben Ghana near Wua, Wama Bushan Yakoda. Intia some who should be Pabekan and say an old Urinam Wim. Say he shed blood, innocent blood. Or Boya Bomame Asma, maybe Asma Din, a former MPP minister. That we not have to die to make Mampini Kufuado a president. Is that true? Is that true? Maintain communication from the presidency, distancing the highest office of the land. Look, so can someone go and someone you seen for Mampini Kufuado one? And you need to do an individual in the the highest office of the land. Okay? And that higher office, and yet the extension of Achimba Buakwa Kunya to the Flagstaff House. And then you're different. Chebia Kunya is different. A whole free. And a Ghana Kunya is different. Therefore, that line of distinction must be drawn. And now, so who should be Akasasam? The question is, whose blood will be shed again for him to exit office? Garbage in, garbage out. Look, I expect the IGP to have arrested Ousu Bempa and investigate that audio Because, as we speak, former NDC chairman, Samuel of Ushompo for Ejina Court. And yes, sir, Okoto Sabe, Obi Monao. 122 Uncle Cronombo. 1 Obi Tio. Ojina Court because it's in the audio about Bontinya or incited violence, allegedly. And until Ojina Court. Since almost 3 or 4 years ago, he's still in court. And until a ban audio way so about Bontinya, a bina chineni. Is it selective justice? If it is a selective justice there, Omampini Kufuado is a beneficiary of those systems. The Western agencies. Omoreti Mahama economy, B manuals. NPP clap your hands for them. Baumi organize economic lecture over it. NPP organized a press conference. They assembled a team of incompetent people in the system, faithless individuals. Omuntu me achieve anything. In fact, omuntu brace the ampo Emma omoyere da omobrabum. To go and sit on radios before microphone and call themselves expert. And they ran Mahama government down. Why? Because a foreign agency, the ratings are bad. Now, Abaya de boat and they the boat ba ubufu wajja lie. And ratings are Western agencies in the Bayano. I think they've been so charitable to Mampine Kufuado government. Very charitable. Who befa economy at the time one. Now, yeah, exchange rate, okay, I think it was 17%. Inflation was 15.4%. Your sovereign debt, 120 billion Ghana cedis. Your debt servicing and amortization was 11 billion Ghana cedis per annum. You had a problem with that. Ubefa economy, you build a stabilization fund at the mouth over $350 million. You create a sinking fund at the mouth over $270 million in the tomb because of Mampina da Kofo Euro bond that called 2007. Never matured 2017. President Mahama Jane said, any one say a swan, you call consolidated fund and you sika, the pressure to economy. So therefore that buffer was created. So the buyer a brand so a baby says can idea kutia. Yeni how be a and which Yamau Esla, Ekebema government of Ghana, approximately 4 billion Ghana cedis per annum. Yejao Exim Bank, Yejao Ghana Infrastructure Development Fund, almost $300 billion. The idea of creating that fund by President Mahama government was such that a bet me are attracting investors into Ghana infrastructure program and policies by subsequent government. Get fund and others. And yet only the present money in was squandered. You have squandered the future money as well. As we speak, the sovereign debt of 120 billion and they are approximately 700 billion Ghana cedis. Debt to GDP was 56% in 2016 and dropped by 54% in 2017. But by 2017, and 2020, I should to our mende 100%. There is no fiscal space for future government to even have a breath. This is the kind of economy you have built. What build the economy and have to go to Ministry of Finance to queue. Say they buy pensioners, sabeka musika. Say they buy bondholders, sabeka musika. What's the haircut? Because of your bad policy choices, because your wicked policy choices, because of your thoughtless programs. We advised you that yes, the economy will crash. What friend say? Yes. I didn't Mampine Kufuado dear PAAA name calling and blame. Almost 8 years into the government, he still blames Mahama with the least opportunity. Even where he goes and commission a project which originality started by President Mahama government, that vision it, initiated it, and provided funds for that project, he still blames Mahama. Meanwhile, when you're the resource envelope that any government, President Mahama managed Ghana with only one oil well. Total revenue as a president was $196 billion Ghana cedis. That was total revenue of President Mahama. Mampine Kufuado. Bosian Kwano. Bosian Kwano. Bosian Kwano. Wanya more than. Bosian Kwano. Wanya more than.
Don't worry.
Bosian Kwano. Wanya more than 5 times what President Mahama got as his total revenues within 4 years. What is the outcome? The crew was AC. Come. I see you now AC. Some for them street light or so. But and can okay tell me say one of my crown.
Oh
yes, now all the quiet light will see yes some for they bad no. You know about and can how? Look, my village is even safe than Accra at night. My crew said and say grooms and can you know. I is safe me kwe yi wo ho nanse ya. I is safe che Accra. One of my cry apart from say street light any crew. A quite now so full. And I'm asking the AMA, right? Accra Metropolitan Assembly, okay? And all the sub-metros within the metropolis, no. Ajuma ben omo ye.
Fasie.
Omampene Kufuor ma hunu nanse ya me na bia na mihia no na Congo na twem. Omampene is touring Accra. Thank you, well done, Mr. President. And a question I have for you tonight, and say, are you able to fulfill your promise to the people that Accra will be the cleanest city? We have not only become a dirty city, but a the bushy city in Africa. That's my Pine Kufuor record. And until under the next opportunity, warranty in the Western agencies, because you are a beneficiary. I buy the boat, Sabano, you the better. Any idea to the Punono?
Or rebata now.
Yeah, but now can you find inflation, any exchange rates? So, station go 40 pounds to say, can be say a actual inflation, people were to inflation is 17.5 or so. You can check it. No, you have your phone, you can check it.
4%. Yes, 17.
Check it.
We are saying baby. I check.
I will check it. 17.44.
Until now, Kasaya time. No, yeah, 2 topics. I was saying
2019 and the crisis beer we are saying. Inflation had dropped to 7.14. It's a fact. It is a Kenya crisis here. Whom says here 2019. If it 2017, BC 2019, not Ghana. And near more for the scene.
Inflation rate for December 2016, 15.4%.
No, 2016 December.
Yes.
Okay. And up to 2019 was 7.
Now 2019 now MPP
yes, it's not drop. But I say a Juma 10 year better no. You manage inflation. Inflation. That is the point I'm building.
19 no.
Yes. No 2019 7. Check it.
Minimum so I say 19 now come from.
Above one bit.
I say I didn't 40 something. No, I don't count one.
Be na me could do 40 something. That's the point I'm able to say.
But
tell my best so akunya no na ye Juma no. And it be bia ekoso no. Ye crisis bia we are say COVID can say COVID ya nebi si we are see. Ye ni fi ni yare bia ni ho ba we are say ya say ye nko mosque. Na yare bia ni ho ba we are say ye nkwa sorry. Na yare bia ni we are say ya close office bia da wo. And see we are say. It's a home effect no any impact no. And you face say. And now you're running to film one when you see baby
Russia.
Oh, you can't hear boss air chrony and confess that internet idea. You've been quite associated with Russia. You can't
but as a ye blame me and Crawford say it's like you intimate managing into now obi man your talk and no more kwa and also you found a World Cup.
So what they say US omubusi omobo apim abeso omakọ
Onua 95.1.
Maybe see that. UK for you so musika no munye sika kombe yusu okrum hobi. Eti nye Ghana nko ai say crisis we has no nye Ghana nko.
But after crisis no ye hu so makọ IMF. They've been able to
want to say UK within a session of period now Prime Minister kwa be 3 a drop of you.
And America and see I dey obi an resign.
It was economic crisis.
Obi an resign so yet be yet.
O man mu e din wo honum nti no. Later no mo say no obi bitimi e ma yen. Esi ha na e ma ye ho. Nti ese sacrifice.
Because say yankro for ko ho mu nya adwuma ye.
Ghana ha no any pan sacrifice mo man. She offices.
Na say leadership and sacrifice ya. Timamu force and sacrifice.
Yes. Ejuma he say obidi one day eye. Between take it 3 weeks. No
leadership.
Ghana, I say Bibia kwen no.
FM 95.1.
Leadership.
I not because leadership no is not up and doing.
Omampenye Kufuor Dubai. Our year na just ordinary na be sisi obe one. Say dictatization e dey ba o man.
Me baby awo kono nsi ko.
Dictatization e dey ba o man. Now it was a form of killing corruption. Okay. Or the by then Kufuor kan. Ana kroma yedin because obu on more port. Esan say ye physical invoicing. Now I no yi bi afima say onye nti no. Onye sika say onya no onya ngunu botom. E to beka so me nwa yedin. Enipa bebre o passport. So bit meet now free no why application no. No akotwa picture no age.
One me ntia my din a me hwe o no.
Yes.
Me tie because me ade ya papa de meka cho say papa. So many occasions na matene TV so aka say ade ba ko a ba omi aya wa ya ade. Ene say ukọ passport officer. He say yetimi ye process e wo fie. Be no kra no challenge wo because where your process no kra say be ye passport no kra be back keke book no e ya sem.
Nipa na ka first be fa no ho a ka be twa sika be ma no. A be ye ma obe sika onya ni ntino be do no sabotage o.
It's a leadership. Say leader na wo de ade na ba no if you don't go down to supervise it. Nipa no no ti wane de wo gya ne pema no be de ope o. It's a leadership problem.
Yen Africans and yen Ghanaians.
Inti na ye bre no. Ye Ghana for de. Ye Ghana for de.
See ye be welcome no. Ni ye be ne se ne etie no.
Leader no person ye dituma ye be gi ato. That is my belief.
And also anyem nam de ba inti no ye be sabotage o. Why? Ye ta ye. Me person me go school bi din. Esa say rector oba ye. Enkrofo bi fini say ofri ha. Yes, about this school no conform. I can't mention the name of the school.
But say it was supervisor.
I call for mama say crowd do across school and I Jini Dim or Ghana do across or beho.
I answer mampum.
Oh, ain't see, I did want to open a debate, see a best some near bay in the year no, they be twenty sign. Meaning say, and she say, be obi do my be so legacy between. Into a making sure so this say a bed boy man beba. But to me before no, say no leadership. Leadership.
Me that is my belief. But I wouldn't him dear mama say leadership. Cover the buy no. Or my penny can't see young quadano, see your quadai. When the president told us, go and sleep, don't come out, we were all in our houses. Piena, we are so you go back and sleep. It's a leadership. Say leader no kase a dear when I'm a person me ya. You have to do it. Because leader no mu wasa si aoye. Ukwa America ne UK na. Ya oman sha se prakope na aye say you. A leadership.
A leadership. And the nipa say on we have to reform ourselves.
Leader no be reform you by force because here the systems are back. Now systems ni ye adwuma you will be forced to change.
System no ye adwuma. System no ye measures. Ye nye ABCD. Then the panel say o say ABCD no. Wanya obende. So you one so o
then you are not a leader.
So punishing no.
Exactly.
So face the consequences of it. Na say na Ghana has obi kura koya de enye. Na obi kan say na eje no.
Nti yantina mu saa.
Just your attitude. Obi ti Ghana ha onye ne papa o, but mani tu kwan hwe. Na wasesa.
It is because we say leadership ni ye weak.
Ye na leadership it boils down to ourselves o.
And I make us say
leader obi
say see ya gene say yanko yanim. I was see nya nipa ba ko bi obesore na obeka say sansem hunu we me ma ne ntoa so. You will be forced to change. I don't know how America, UK, Canada, Germany, won fa rubber to form. Na ha de obedu ha de rubber to form.
Oh baby o come the two. Mamika China. Baby o hono ma. Abrechira we keke baby on mo.
Fa won sabo me microphone ma.
Baby o hono ma.
Okay.
Because I say workforce, the labor force no hono. Enti omo nkrofo a, o de bola, o de ade to akwa na mafa. Baby o mo de to. Send ye kan it baby o mo de to.
Ba de baby ya hu de ye hu so obi nam no de ato.
Efi wo so ba kokra China.
Some come out catch China.
Efi na America crack ko America no black community. Ko black community. Who black community, who white community. Different to them. And it's ko UK we call white community.
It's musa.
Yeah, we need a leader who betimi correct the odds.
Yeah.
Because ya nya say you betimi say ya.
Onua FM 95.1.
Time na emwa. Obi aba opese. Be ye bibi pleasing crop for say na be ya. You be start to abama me biem. Ye problem ba ko a ye face so e ka ho bi.
Okay.
Because nya to aba we ni pa ko no ba say MPP say NDC. Adibu decision we take after say be bo man no. Udu be yes we ye do e na o compromise because e ye do election year. One we yan yankofo nto
Onya vote.
Eti ya nhwe year e be ha yen. Ene na edi enya.
Me da say Amali ba ebe ko your next topic. Don Richie say video na ready. I have to Amali Banche ma me na ya o hwe bi. Why? 2074 mu booster ya no wape bianom mo amwa chronic diseases mo dead dro so ansa na ma survive no mesro mo nom 2074 mame and into mesro kidney issues, liver problem, akoma, lungs and afembu ya wani yo ya hepatitis and afe HIV, COVID, fibroid ni nyina wo ya tontina 0246073498 and at 0501628931. Shall just go pharmacy or can she drug lane ho and abenya ne dodo to tontina for general well-being. Opanyi anase honorable. Honorable akoto free. Nani abre dendende. Enti Dorichi fa ba omi video ne to Amali Banche fa nto me nchen ono na ebe kasa enti fa to picture aba no. Na o video ni na no o ma ne comment agota free ase won ti ase ade baako ade ketua yi ato yi aye nyina ye kwapre hu yi ade na ba omia eyesa ba se nkrofo ase ade no wono kra wotimu se ase fairness bi ma ene kra bo change akoso ka the same thing also wo hwe ade na ase de nkrofo bi take size ewo akansie no omu ko wo se fairness pa de anya adwuma agota free ebufu afu no say agro kakra ye nyina ye di wo de wa fa bus be na ye ho e de nkrofo aguma mali ba ye nko.
Very well, before I remember that.
No,
I want to set certain records straight. You see, NPPO, they always try to feed in the policy of a political carcass.
And that's what they want my term so.
Of other people's ideas. For example, about free SHS, who said Kuyadonko?
Aye, also any policy.
About Chimaso the name.
Now say a kaya kadia Kuyadonko, free SHS, said 2008 ton.
You see, it was Dr. Indum who initially brought that idea out. It's time 95.1 to implement
the free SHS.
That aspect of the Constitution, because the Constitution said that 10 years after coming into force of the 1992 Constitution, Ghana must implement FQ, free compulsory universal basic education, all the way to the senior high school level. But NDC Constitution, Article 1, Clause 1, Paragraph F, written far back in 92, it is the only political party constitution a CASAFA free education, not only at the senior level, but all the way to the university. That is part of the NDC constitutional mandate. And indeed, we started it. And before every district capital had a secondary or technical and vocational school. And then the 10 regional capitals as they existed then, and your polytechnics, teacher training college and nursing training college, we expanded it. And we established a university in the northern part of Ghana. It was towards the fulfillment of that constitutional mandate that we have. Digitalization. There is no government in our history a year Juma Pa in the digital sector of the economy. The Eastern Corridor fiber optic cable, I think 800 kilometers project, stretching from Keta through Ho, all the way to Napanduri, Yendi, to Boku, was done by President Mahama. The Western fiber optic cable, the same. And which you building the digital center, the highest in the whole of West African sub-region. Certain country within the sub-region, Estor Modeta Ghana. What about the Circle Digital Center? And many more. In fact, passport application, look, you see, a human PAAA President Mahama, Yan train shares a woman, which is the Green Book.
The Green Book. Now say Green Book.
Green Book, no.
Architectural drawing.
I think it's John 20 or so. Say that. And no man essentially pure Christ and train share Bible no more. Now when you actually say you say Christ no agenkwano, na gidi ya yankwa. President Mahama so adwuma pi so yan twerɛ share green book no mu. Na kakra ye de twɛ ma ye say. Yan yin ni say. Wono no betimi asasa Ghana. Oh. December 20th, 2016. Exactly 3:18 p.m. Where graphic online report, online passport application launched.
Onua FM,
The Minister of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration has launched an online passport application system to ease the process of passport acquisition in the country. I'll read all the story. This was done in 2016. Okay, but it's an NDC. Yam border runti. Ya number ma befa. Elu kura border ntuka. Kusibu afusa ye idea. Na ba ko so na nwafa na omoko.
Na kotafie dia ono nani abre. Muna wo crowd ya wo hu ye mu ya mo chise mo.
Me ba ho crowd.
Share crowd. Wo dia wo share crowd.
No crowd, don't worry. MPP crowd.
Where ba um ya crowd
oh, you see a come na de omu na come de omu.
Ah, come do omu say.
Of course, you see me too.
Support.
Look, here's a hamity na manfoni manimo a. Mati se ba omi ekoro le mekobi. Of course.
What the kwaka numbers no ho.
Ah, meji t-shirt a share ma ya envelope. At least.
Ah, you was what just say sir, e dom you am ba ho nyi obi abenya sika.
Sabri.
95.
Look. Ghana ni baba pa na wono. Obe so say me share t-shirt kodi ba omi achi. Who would do that?
Ah, nanya Ghana follow
no because because of the reward. Say Alan so be ya the crew ya. Adu so. Oh,
Alan they no oni share the crowd.
So say adu so work.
Aye.
Aman foko work.
Ah, man foko work.
Na be work na jiska ho anenko.
Oh,
we will go.
Foko work jiska.
You see, unim. Nipa na funu so chewa. Enu ntosi so chewo. Wo mu na omo bo am ho. Say ko
ya ko to free me ana no o. Ba mu ndisi for mu hu crowd no mo po shake.
My goodness. I go to free. So more than one. One package. One package in
ah, the produce now about brother.
It's where your mobile. You see, I feel quite a bit too many. So why submission of forms.
95.1.
A faina. Omobeko form a co agent college in Ankasa. I feel a gone be chance you. Now one invitation put a wuzi. Onya wunje. And the quarter fear, Lydian Poach, you see, was shooting him on the foot by the first interview on Joy News.
I was a president because
he want to lead the MPP.
Oh, a flag bearer.
Oh, and in that interview, a quarter fear, Dr. Kotofi, PhD, right, showed how empty he is. And you know, it is the abysmal performance, the visionless, and incompetence of Mampine Kufuado and the government. And no now Bokwine, ama all these visionless old men, airline who want to be president.
Ah, one I didn't phrase. Of
course.
You can't say Allah.
They are a bunch of incompetent old men who have been inspired by the failure of Mampine Kufuado government. By virtue of that, they also want to be president. That's all. Other than that, and you see, I am not surprised. Say, they want to run on the back of the elephant. I remember what someone say. Osuna yakasa se siye, Osuna kasano, wabodam.
Ah.
Yes. Osuna bodam.
And then I just wabodam.
Oh, me say, Timmy. Osuna bodam. Any of the two Osuna sabi you. Washiwi. And na, omo jen so abuji Osuna do dwum so. Obi aso twitwa one thought. Into obiani hu form. Kanti sa e ba ne se da mambu fo mambu boni e timu maka okay constitution na in fact under article 3 the highest crime of Ghana is treason. An attempt to overthrow the government of Ghana is the highest crime under the constitution of the republic. Indeed, say utu sana mono ni ye chew na ye di wasem na ebo wa emra ne se yenkum. That is it. The constitution is young. So who is our born free? I think that's the highest crime under the constitution, more than the treason as prescribed in Article 3. MPP finding a presidential candidate for 2024 elections.
Ah.
Yes, it is the highest crime of the land because as a man make us say, no one him.
Amaliba.
Who him? Come on, kaka who more.
There be not so more qualified, so more file candidates.
Any qualification, every Ghanaian qualified provided so you sound minded, you qualify.
Na
But-
de na mama ya
But Osuru no a sound minder na. Osuru no ne aban a sound minder. Now as we speak, Embrewa 4L Piketty of Ministry of Finance. Before they can get Wamusika of the board by Musiam, before they get it. You were MPB Okroma, ne hwene I born him, Sabe, so China Green than team. Who call the constituency? And ma da from and ma, ye ji a pen for a war ever form. But we MP or think ha, nano den, Nancy almost so called the birthday, our private jet. These are the people we're talking about. They lord themselves over the people. And they think that, Nina, and no, the same hospital, Okowa, and Kuala Yawu, they are so proud and sadly, a Santa region. Omampini Kufado, Kenya Santimaya da Ruma Konyo Mampini. Kwan Santiman Koheli Brawa Boho. No Koheni Krum Chebi de Wayo. Oko Jina Swami right about Eddie Asobo form and yet project was start to you. Or there are some put a ball form. So Baba Swami. Obo Santimedio no Jana Beshen cry.
So want to me akasa ma ese o.
Good. I feel want to make a patch.
Yes, a caterpillar.
Good. And no mabi sun ye hwahwe. Any ene. Kumawu by
One
election.
message was tell Amaliba that he is afraid of the crowd from Baumia.
Very well. That crowd where they mean to. Let me say me tia kame kobi. Men ko jina ho less than 30 minutes. Na me ya 200 Ghana cedis. Oh, I bet Tom Wale sama ko ka bengu kra me da check how far. What was the main rough? And this policy me say me cousin. Senior way chairman, mo call that program so ya frame me why? Who favorite here why? You see, same before because of Amambu Boninti, Omoba radio so they are not happy to defend the record of the government.
Oh, Nanya Bismarck defended a.
Don't mind that. Can't Salaji Mahamadou Baumia say? Or no one new vision. Our
vision.
Good.
Only vision.
He's run away from a Kufuor government. The government or no vice president and the chairman of the economic management team. And that's what on one own vision. Vision by now from our boss. And I'm all run mine it down. I will do something to show you. Which sector of the country is working? Ain't for the Juma. Tell me, mention it. Nothing is working. Yet they Ghana to autopilot and then put your autopilot to be a move. Autopilot na chika bibimpo wake besaka because automatically Ghana need reverse gear, reverse gear and see.
Hey,
I see.
I can't reverse gear. I see the assembly akopem.
Very well. They am paying. Ube fa that chairman eka inflation asem. Ube fa inflation 15.4% in 2016. What's Mahama economy was worse. Yate. I don't know what kind of Sunday humanity in Hubium. Was say from 2017, but when we were working, so now you are sleeping.
Yeah, now
they are sleeping.
Na crisis abefifem.
Let him convince me any for why Russia-Ukraine war have contributed to the exchange rate
95.1
and the depreciation of the cedi above 53%, according to Kenofori Atabayo to the core parliament. Can you convince Ghana ni? Say Russia tinama inflation will come and no boy then akwa 50%. In the 1980s, before Rawlings came to office, Ghana inflation.
There are some of the products are imported free.
Ghana inflation used to hover in the 40% when Rawlings was in office, or beating it down the bad 20s before he left office in the year 2000. Before the bad teens, okay, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, it was hovering around that era, that range. Atamis of blessed memory, pool free teens at about single digits. Running 6 or 7% inflation rate for 33 consecutive months. Of your Mahama Baye, a circle teens in the movie.
FM 95.1.
No, yes, I'm on home day. I could father Baye were year free teens were at the Yako 40s, 50 years back. Baby, I don't mind a question, and no. Okay,
and
the worst of it all is that, and for the first time in the history of Ghana, a banya betna kunyaswa or they will be alive at their factory settings. Okay, look, Mabunu, I think that we still have a second chance to at least make some amendment after Kufuor leaves office. When the MPP leaves office, but Ghana, as we speak, Obi any kruma wo sika biom, and by default, a design and a plan. Because there is a book called Ofuripenin Fie book, ostensibly and allegedly authored from Dankwa Institute. Or what can a pefe how they will have to run everybody down.
Onua FM 95.1.
Basic for. Other than that,
me book with you, be my meka.
I'll forward. So woman number, mama, I can forward you a soft copy. Other than that, can't you say a ban sign on Pinaku for the babem under Omampinda da Mahama. Look, Dr. Indum was flourishing. Was starting in Yuma from Rawlins 1992. Kufuor Betuno, Atamis Betuno, Mahama Bedinde Betwim. And Omampinda Kufuor don't quadie. Indum, which was called a Juma Ura, have been reduced to a Kaura. A ban saying, Indumaya Bonia Yati, deal with him as a person. But the Juma there, why do you touch it? You two are more being or heifer. Say to a Gongo, Heritage Bank, you saw a case or court until you can run a bank. He says when? And under the laws of Ghana, the Oko court or you can't own a business. Says when? So the principle of innocent before proven guilty. Since when? But all these things was a deliberate plan. You collapse the economy in order to lift our family. And today, your companies benefit from those loans. You are not ashamed of that, Bismarck. You are a young guy like myself. We have life. For the way in
yeah, Bismarck, the why.
Yes, no. He's the MPP rep here, so let me address him. First off, I was the quiet one. You're Obama man here. I don't see Ghana. No, Ghana. See, it's so funny. Ghana. Because and some night about and you're funny anymore. It's so scary. Now I want to show you something from the daily publications got newspapers over the time. MPP Baba Bemon, Mampine Kufado, Okucha Santoni was Santimem. Sa Oba. Or the Numa Bama Ghana, Missy from Cra. Also, Santimemu, dear, or took a course was as in Chantro, and a comfort notching them, and trying young man and Sabosuma Case was Santimemu, a boon platform, not to top form. Cantessa, one pinna Kufado, one pinna that watching. No jump platform so I can say 1 and 2, for your water. Was a message to Ghanaians. I will never listen to him, or will never listen to those forces. Dear. Was so the Juma Magana Mabuno Yabiaye. Where your economy times?
Onua FM
Monday,
95.1.
12 June 2023. Monday, jobs scarcity on the rise. Jobs scarcity on the rise. The same economy times now. Monday, 17th April 2023. Busumi Naya Chemuya. Job availability declined by 7.9% from January to February 2023. Within 1 month, job availability declined by 7.9%. And yeah, I'm Shishana. And what you can you say a doctor for the Ghana OSHA doctor patient ratio now? And WHO standard we are lacking behind. And until I bind there a doctor for real school or something para for Mojuma. So the bear will meet me as I Kruma. Mampina Kufuor say I'm more a doctor for near for me the more day. Maybe I me to come on to Ghana for me. Was it then
95.1.
September 5th, 2022, front page was it then over 1,000 doctors forced to go home because of lack of clearance from Ministry of Finance. And you know, we share the same front page now. Was 1.8 million youth, 1.8 million youth, 15 to 24 years in Ghana are unemployed. JSS, Ghana Statistical Service. So this is Omampini Akufo-Addo record. Meanwhile, all about them was still about Ghana Mabunu Yejumaye. And then Obedu Akunyasuno was Ghana Mabunu Yakwadufo. Richard Nyagwa was Ghana Mabunu Yakwadufo nti. And a banner kofa betting tax aba. So they be discourage Akwadufo from betting. I don't subscribe to betting, I don't support it. But I salute Ghanaian youth for choose the betting as alternative to survive than to pull knife and go to the street. This government has failed. What can I say?
Onua
Or the
FM
saying,
95.1.
physician assistants, Echo Peketo Ministry of Finance, they were arrested and jailed, 7 of them. It took the intervention by lawyers to get them out behind bars. This government, abayo babetina kunya so a emabunu pedwuma eye bone. I will conclude by saying that Ghanaian youth, this situation no, is very sad. It's very unfortunate. Last Friday, Madam Fubi to Kwanko US, Mikojan Airport, Michelle Nipa by 7 minimum. They were leaving the country. People are leaving. Doctors are leaving. Nurses are leaving. Meanwhile, we need them.
Yeah.
Hospitals say, see, Mampino Kufa, Jamanaka Yudum, Korea Afari, Korea Sewa, Korea Tapa, Korea Formana, Korea Bekwai, Korea, or the saying, Kwehu Abetifi, and others are co-operationalize, or the saying, UGMC, fully, the bank hospital, maritime hospital, phase 2 of Rich, Komuria, Kebe employed thousands and thousands of Ghanaians, as well as schools of President Mahama start here, where Jamanaka Yurumunu. This is visionless, clueless, incompetent, non-performing, and useless government. It is only NPP that can give birth to such a clueless, uncaring regime. Let us pack them out. Ghanaians, you have a duty to change it. And let's all take the destiny into our hands and make sure, say, the visionary President John Dramani Mahama will come back and finish Nedumano. Finally. Yeah, come Mahama somewhere. We are mindful, say, Miriekra. Finally, President Mahama Yenipa, he's a fallible individual, of course. But when we talk about him because of the good heart for this country.
Okay.
What demonstrated that track record.
And then end this phone say we are unemployment or marry. Because or my penny obedi akonya so NDC are buying from 2012 basic 2016. Na teacher for we teacher training
That's never true.
In the history of Ghana,
that's never true.
Teacher training and teachers and professional who we ya na unya jumaye. And nurses. Nurse focus school we ya say 2 professions. Who we ya no unya jumaye. And this time the timinya say obe we school na unya jumaye. Maybe si Ghana hada. Around this time we ya no unya jumaye Kufota we ya no unya jumaye even at Thomas time. Mahama be so mu ano afei no IMF conditionalities is a woman. I say about Kufota abaso. Because this conditionalities no I'm buying this me and Feni Pejum. Yes.
What you run budget there?
Yes.
What's here kind of for
Oh, mitie pa.
Na baby, I can't say omumfa abayin fan microphone no eno ante.
U compare it to NDC for their different security sectors. And security agencies no. Yan cancel. Ko budget no bi.
Na say nyo obi a na betimi akọ police.
Yes, but NDC time yan for security o ma we.
That's never true.
Google and check it.
It's a big lie.
Oh, check it. NDC time yan for security o ma we.
The official document.
For 4 years no move any
that anyway.
Na fe na teacher for ma wie teacher training gufie. Eto mo mpenye gufo ado bae no. Yen hwe ni po ma wie school be 4 years. Ah yan for mo mtifie. Ube da filo mu nyina wadwuma ma na yie. Enye yie. Enti di o mo mpenye eni kwa na emo edi napko bae. Se na bi eni po ma tene that time nipa 100,000 nya adwuma that time napko no. 100,000 no mfi.
Onua FM.
Na yo mo ma tene fia from
100,000.
Yes.
Enru
100,000.
Enru I think it's around
No.
600 something.
No, wait, check it.
Na said the momo kai you know so the mo say 100,000.
Yes.
But on documentation there napko for na nkasa kai so omundru 100,000. Omundru 100,000. That's the first
on record
100,000.
it was 100,000. A call parliament on mention 100,000.
And I make say no the mo kai.
Oh no but
chire ne hu say say na nye 100,000.
It call parliament it was could grow parliament.
Oh na parliament ne me
it was 100,000 people here do aye. Omo fi hina bae. Omo panye kufu ado dwen hu se ana MPP aban dwen hu se emebun bebre wie school. Omo maame no papa bom ho ka akọ university omo mawie. Omo wie no sa bebe dia to ma wofo so. And me fa kwan bi so at least may is a little pressure every ma wofo so. Let me create adwuma bomb.
Onua FM 95.1.
Ghana adwuma kwa see experience at least nipa no kokro no nya 3 years experience ya. That we are apply up adwuma obetwenye bi akọ. Ye ni nyama mu papa. Omampanyi a wo ba mu an taking 1 year. O se de dama kuma so pa se ese obabu bi atimi ko school. Mi nwa ba America be nchiro. De ama yenye developed countries nyina education and technology. Abrofo de abrofo de chen yen abrofo atimi akwanimu wom education and technology. Na yi say niema yi enso na vision na omampanyi Akufo-Addo e dia bedua Ghana fo mu. Ebe akra me ni nwa atuwe ye pe obi so onkoko ntokwa political party akira onkoko because wako school on left and right. En kan na be betu ahia nkra mu nko school bebre to ka mu kodi bonam de akira moko. Se sa na tu twa. Ebe akra ka se
asa chese mu de akoto free asem o kan no mu de afa mo.
FM 95.1.
Nipa na ni abre na ono ka na adwen akira ba umia no.
Yes, ma me the baso me nwa no o ma ne kwan a obeka sana topic ade ma ne kwa kan wasem. Na o praise.
Ono na afọ so wa mo akọ.
O praise o mampanyi dada Mahama. Mama obi dis obi hu adwuma oyeye. School dem ka so obehye bo say 200 schools obesi no. Okono esan 29. O mampanyi Akufo-Addo kura complete 31. And it's on record. Onua the buy in 4 years no. O si 29. The anyo ono ne the buy in kura mpo no. Abe complete 31. Ni e ka se onye hwe. Ye nkwe crowd ye papa ba o me apulu yi no. Aboy this fo hu. Me amama hu say
when you this for na o ka ho asem o.
Yes,
akoto free ye na na e ka.
But aboy this fo hu because amama hu say Sinkofo per MPP party. Despite candidate here and aspirant for
95.1.
I mean, amama makoma to me say say the NDC 42 futrogun Nkofo ni NDC 4 MPP asem no. Say still MPP Nkofo do party. Because we pair call nipa Akufo said ye ko sanka ye papa kan Japan so organizer also betumi anya more betumi anya sa na asem more ana ka so organizer betumi anya sa na asem more afiri akoto yi kra o kan sa nei o ye so organize the nipa kwa ko benya sa na asem more
na ada na organize agoro kakra na enyina ekodi na ade wo ba ase
obi a on star de na de
star say
ne star ne say
yanti na o ka sa de na hwa na fairness imem.
Oh, fairness, what is fairness? It's a politics is a game.
Politics.
What we know, lose. Student politics, I say, not national politics. And the politics is about interest. Yeah, papa, and Lanchimate Kofai, no be anteninka. And a Kofai, and I precusu Kofai. Obi anteninka.
Onua FM 95.1.
I will be a so person or idea and idea. Yeah, papa, me a person, I'm saying, a person who say Ghana for. And you be MPP party, no. And they were prove say Sinkofo MPP party. Okay. Me that's the way I'm looking at, because say their party in Yakona. No matter what say on the NDC for can. So be the boss crab is was a na party no mpa won ko.
Yeah, just Sinkofo that so party no.
That super party no.
Okay.
So we appreciate that. Me that is an angle me free. As a vice president, ko question ke nipa anko because say papa no Nkofo mpenase. Say the panel to Obama no, son to Obama no, and the Jenny panel.
Now, some of them dear, or delegates.
Now, how would you know?
Choboy.
No, how would you know?
It be a delegate who cry no meaning and a
5 years to know a delegate.
Okay.
Because I make 2 Chicago. Send an NDC for criminal, make Nkofo biakeke.
And the Akoto free the okay and your so say a party I ain't a woman here quiet, me bay, me pack a crab.
Papa could offer you. Or kono or to suffer a charmer for Ikobi.
Until now,
Number hobby.
Yes, all support no.
Midnight, you over crab. And
I saw ya could free
yes.
Who support
Papa Miako? Charmer for frame, Ikobi.
Yes, I would have baby ambedidi.
A jacon and ne Ikobi.
Mobile left and right.
You being the leader of the party, no.
Baby, I bet for
beer. Uncle Jinabaco for chi.
Ah, on the Ginachirono. Wani Jaco Emmanuel Saki. When I did Brabre.
And to send a identity, no. Send it be a party be attractive.
Onua FM 95.1.
That's all quick campaign, Fanny Paba. Na Juma, my yen, Mokman of 40 say. Juma say. What Juma the better uncle for a dream, the better uncle for soon, uncle for do it. Seven or Minuano air can be say, Dr. Bamia say, on the vision. Yes, I saw a vice president. And as a vice president, no, you're not artist here, and you be beer and upper say, now work as a leadership. Over and say, as a vice or controlling president. He doesn't hide, he cannot fire. So we are good to steer and yeah, but you are high with fire. Sanity, it is a because or your way, you would mean condemned or say, or you went. I remember and she said, and a dibu of mine, you're giddy a dibu of mine. And she said, "You see, Diana, foundational building. Minyanum ebaye. Omu ye bi. Etina me kase school dan ya mampanyi dada mahama kase osi.
Onua FM 95.1.
Yene ni amamuo. Enye time NDC for be fire ya affordable houses. Ye papa dada anyame afre no. Ene ye papa mahama etam eka awurem. Nanka oman sika ko mu nyina adwen se oman sika ene de koyeye. Ana amamu na sesa. Ana ye to aso anka beboa. Minim dia na high end politicians because a taxpayer money and the engineer development. But say we ye nana benefit so na dia kan ya to ase say enye omaisika. Over say ka wa personal investment do na wa ye. Ana say wo papa na starting no wu ye. Ana wo ne ba. Wo di ne papa na dwapade. E didi ho ankoto aso. Wo beto aso. But I na ya. Affordable houses e kan nwuram. Omampanyi Akufo Addo pe. Any president oba man mu a and then we see my police for. And then we see my police.
I can't wurem dey send yes agreement so da ho. And so I can wurem.
Then so because enye good practice. So we be starting
complete building. I can't wurem.
And then you see ye titi ho ane dey kwesi na no enye practice say so. Ye no ntina e say ye nhyehyɛ ye beboa. Successive government will be banner do ye anye ye kwa na ye ba beto. And to Pae Mu Ka buy na dio e papa mahama ye wan to antwene se de bi o mo gikre se afanko enta che o mo start here even though nyom ne loan no ye de aka Akufo de car o de ho e so mo ne
e bi sa aka de e ka mahama de ho no eno metie Dr. Bawumia metie Bawumia from Onua na
unu se loan na ye jeje loan no unu se loan ye je fa ma physical cash
de na se go bi anka physical cash
no me chiro de
according to Dr. Bawumia, see what more buy and sika na you ready. Yes. So it was calculated part to say 120 billion na Mahama Jama ye no.
This can say omuntwenwe. Kwan omoye.
And I make say and no yama e ho mu na ho.
O regime ni yenye ye be retwa aka. Obedo na koka ho.
Ah,
o regime.
Na say waje. What secure no dia aka ho.
We secure loan eto ho no ma. Ye first kana ma. Ejuma no koso no.
And I make us and you send your catch Dr. Bawumia so boa. Because you are no kind of make catch
now. Project here. We project here. Say foreign donor or no agency. Now Ghana.
Me no nyina we the same page o. The American say me boa de na Dr. Bawumia so boa. Because no na kama me tie ye. Ono ada no me tie no interview. And also omo ba na sika ne de wo hodada. Nti eno nyo omo na copy sika ne ba.
And this one fan kan ye ka ho.
The American unyante say, oh, we say, Saka no eka current eka na na do abebo. And I say eka 120 billion na do Mahama Jama. Oh, now so obiane ne ka ba oye.
So mo fan ke ka wo
obiane ne ka boy, I think John Mahama there was 50 something billion no de be ka ho. And all kwana akasa 120 no. And na do so dia won na be 300 something. And what dia be ka ho aye na 400 and one.
Yeah, buy interchange ni. You buy here value for money. Na enye 3 say ne tie no.
Na say
2 tie interchange no mo ye. Say sika na mo contract no mo ye no kwa no. So tie em side back.
And no, we are not disputing that fact. But then I may say, yeah, clear and they say that particular money no was secured by John Mahama. Yes, and it was part of the debt with Jacoy.
It's a renegotiation.
Exactly.
Yes.
Whatever you classify it to be.
Yes, I interchange. Oh,
Onua FM 95.1.
Yes, I be. I say we use. It's almost je kresa ye ka adwuma Pae Akufo Addo ayi tamade no yes
tamade no so aka ho
it was part of
phase 1 no de no
Japanese corporation
phase 2 no
and
yi momo de
say ne be ye no
enti phase 1 ya ma enya clear
phase 1 kwa ye time dey start ye this na start
and I make us say phase 1 no say na o ma ye bibia
ye
time dey start
is it a flower pot flower pot
and ye time dey start
no is it a flower pot.
And
motorway.
Motorway. I won't carry.
The end of the motorway. The end of the stretch.
That is the motorway runabout. Motorway runabout. That project started under NDC. It was part of the Temaport expansion project. Was part of it because that project was financed by Japanese International Corporation of Africa. It was a JICA funded project, and it was started under NDC. And no crown.
But there be phase 2.
I know. Say a
and phase 2 be a phase 2.
One.
And
that's even a lie. Because Obeche Bilamte was approved by Parliament. You see, records don't lie. Google it. Obeche Bilamte NDC. All the design came out. All designed by 2016. Okay? Tema motorway. In fact, flower pot fly over Ninano. Why is it the work started? One by the pillars in this war. You've abandoned the project for the past 7 years. You are now going to it.
Let me
say. Bishina and now President Muhammad needs to own. And both from Mpine Kufuor, you know, I bet touch it once. Let me tell you something. Was it Pokuas interchange? His mind cannot contain President Muhammad.
No, can be said MPP for the Okrah 4 my dream near the airport. And it's for starting at the 4 on Papa. Come for how many years?
Pulley back.
It's also not doing it, and I know can. No, I hear customer go for it. Say, yeah, intellectual discuss. Say, yeah, uncle for whom the can you can say, do be at him. Say, own penny pacuna term class. I know you and Disney, the MPP, and yet they are MPP, and I had them smell Disney, but all customer, as all candy, young customer and do be at him. Say, me and paying for a bit me. I know one was be a home or brother. It is a customer. Ghana shame no. Every 4 years be a coalition, and you will be doing my name. And I say, oh, man, so president here. Or any crampono, a partner is
95.1.
8 years, and you want me to be. It's a quampa say, obi or interest, obi or fin send I dream would do, obey me a conotimico. And then I'm any pa 11. I go fast on Beko. Send the
see, I crovon so am.
Send it. It is a
Dubaco. And I'm saying after vetting, you be a free man.
Yes, no vetting. No, bet me a call. Not special voting about.
That is, oh yeah, special voting and person may come once. Now my son is so not 5. Now the November.
Yes. And he said, "Oh, be our carrying on say, or sound mind." Obey me, mind.
But so why is he complaining? That is my point. One will be crowd that you are complaining. Why?
I'm complaining the same.
Nadia Breda no a press conference in the world.
No, that's a Jacob said, or say,
or see, and you're fair, or see, no one who's adding the fairness in them.
95.1.
I said no for no, yet to me, and Yan Musanti, and no 2 minutes.
Yeah, you see, I'm going to send off. Oh, I'll say Mahama is the 39 schools. It's a lie. It's a lie. Before Mahama, before Kunyaso, blocks on yesterday 122. 79 were completed. 49 were finished and handed over. We handed over a fully finished 49 schools to the government. Because of Asamoah Machopoku Prempeno Kayon Kopacho appointment committee in Munana. You see, Mampine Kufuor the Kojina Yankpala campus of UDS.
Yeah, I
still of them. I don't need to waste time on it. What catch you and say? Onua Ba, obesi 350. We are converting Mahama 200 into boarding houses. Either way, we'll see Bakukra. Pukwasi interchange. Pukwasi for them and Pine Kufuor the Bok also commode ma permanent free home. Because the project including Pukwasi market and the government hospital for that enclave, a children playground and other facilities. As enough. And this will win that seat, undoubtedly. Because
now what's a campaign MPP for you?
Campaign Benomoye.
Shay. I must say as enough for more month more MP no be court to the bia.
Blackmail. So more weaponizing the state institutions, including the court, the judiciary, the revered institution, or more turn into an operational wing of the MPP. No more they bully NDC. I want to remind them.
Maybe is it that you pick some intelligence say BBC will as enough and because on social media I've seen some people have started commenting on it say what is coming to happen in Asinov. We don't want the Chimai South then they have seen some comments on social media.
Intel on the ground about their preparedness to kill again. No, this government here, NPP can never win the new elections in this country. Particularly baby Omodi Ghana Babejna Ghana for whom My advice to us enough people is say, Sabi, come obia busheni ye. Obia ye. Abana ye betunu is a vote of your destiny. Don't allow any criminal to come there and kill. Look, you are number 2 in the Ghana Armed Forces. I know the kind of detail you move from.
95.1.
No genuine soldier, no genuine policeman, no genuinely trained Ghana security officer. I'll bet you to accum the civilian of Ghana. It is not part of their training, it's not part of their orientation. And in the abomofo was enough. Be prepared to protect your people. So be ba no be kum nipa ohwa. Mamu jejeje. Na busha fo so ye. Good night.
Asankese pa no what dey chat to you. Then can so man retract that statement pa because
Chabomofo ne mo ho ban no.
Ban mo asino for ho ban dey hu. Because as me hu.
Say ya ho ye kan say ahoban body e. Obi abetimi abone ho ban.
Of course.
And then never goes into a more phone.
Good. Because who did the bonus for
Yes,
you see, Mamma Ka went to cry. NDC does not have vigilantes. I don't want the vigilantes we have are the people of Asenor. Protect your ballot, protect your people. Don't allow any criminal to come and kill you for you to turn down and cry. No. Be mindful because we are putting the mandate to solely IGP should listen and listen well. The security of this country internally lies in the hands of the IGP and his men. Yeah, NDC, we are fully prepared and ready to cooperate with them when it comes to security. But at the 12 force kokwa, timamufono, mono mun deal with them.
To mama bye.
Because in 17 January.
Amali bye you.
But that's it.
Okay, I said, yeah.
This man will not kill me.
Okay, I see no for me say Akonyaba say Musako election bim.
Onua FM 95.1.
Basabasa de e ball mine. NDC MPP enye nipa baako. So bi ha on witness say entokwa civil war da onte ase. Say it where it me aba yekoyi. Say ka ya civil war e wo krom hanu ma.
Onua FM 95.1.
Enti monfa monhwe nipa mo fen so betima abo amukro no. Ye MPP for the yenim say ye ne wa akunya no so. Yenim say asin of so ye win pen. This is not the first time ye contest ho no. Ya pa Kennedy ohine Japan etna so for 3 times. Tama na ye ba akono. Ye che musu MPP ni atna so ana NDC ni so aba. Enti say ye call kun ya enye NDC for safe seat say no mo kan no. Ana enye MPP. Ye kwa ye hwe ye na atna so more than NDC. Enti ye kwa nke say safe seat. Nipa na ya NDC for start ye bra ye koy candidate a obegina maye. Ana mo start two mfutu ogu nkrofo ania say ye kofo obi a won free honum na aba contest.
Because Matisa comment no so mo candidate no onto aba ho.
Omo ye call election ye two na say
Onua FM 95.1.
Omo candidate on the question onto aba ho. Enso yi simra na makwan say ofri honum na ho no ye djuma otimi to aba ho.
Otimi to aba.
Enti say ye omo start say ye candidate no to aba ho honum. Let akwane ye nko primary see o. But they say ehu an omo ye candidate no no start say ade no. And second is no wini ye. And nyame adom ye ton no. Na essence say dipa no foundation okrom honum. Na wo ye ekrafo adoye. No ye papa ma mabu no. Ambo mu. Abo mu hu. Enti ye bon pa ye say bibia ensi. No mo fa sundue entina no mo to aba no.
Obi a nkyere obi a bibi kakra.
Na kokontokwa. Omu no obi a be fi krom ye ka mo. MPP for ye ho ye be fi ho. NDC for be fi ho. E be ka timamufo no. E de be campaign ye fi wako. Eti mo mo obi insight adibi entia mo e ma mo nya de enye.
Okay.
Because mo ya de enye a ye jam ho amu
95.1.
Kron bebo. Eti mo nfa be yakoye na mo nyini pa bebo amo. Na owi a ye nyina ne na ayedwuma. Damose.
Bismarck Boateng chairman Ayawa Central constituency.
Chairman there. Chairman obi anya obi a.
Hey.
Mechia pa ka queen of chairman.
Obi guy name no.
Si chairman obi anya obi.
Ayo.
Say no ti pa.
And the guy name no nya bad. Bismarck
ka so baby obi a mechia o. Em say operation queen of frontage no. Esrewa confast take kan wasem koso ne sa hyemudin.
Nkurɔfoɔ se ɔmo sisa gu anim hɔ a ɔmo mefa nkɔ.
Nti esi leadership. Wo de mini so de wo yɛ kanifo a wo kan wo yɛ kanifo so ado na esi fam ade. Pacho sɛ ne nkurɔfoɔ kan no to ho na mo mayen sɛ ne bɛyɛ ɔmampanya kufo ado. Ani so ade hunu sɛ bɛyɛ Accra wo bɛyɛ the cleanest city no ebetimi abam.
Meda se Bismarck nyame hyira wo. Yɛbɛsa hyia wo 18 hɔ. Haruna Amaliba Kingsley NDC Communication Bureau. Edu Monday adwumire si ya na odwanedwane na ɔsen kɔ another station. We Onua now. We onya na si ɔno nso ene bɛboa ya adwumire ya yetimi ene wɔ mo edi enkomo. Madam nua abɛma Moke Anthony ase ne ya hye ne nkura ya hye ne den na nasɛm no emu ɔya na areho kidney second degree fractured hwehwɛmu kyɛsɛnke ebetimi arepair ebetimi ayɛ ho bibi but negligence seden ne si de asi anya si ama ne yere no wafiri ne nsa yɛbɔ mpa yɛ ma na sɛ Nyankopɔn bɛbɔ ne ho ban na mmom yɛpɛ justice de ama yɛnua baa no because enyo no nko ebetimi ayɛ obia yɛama no kora na de sisi ya ne antwe nkrofo bia so a yɛde bɛkɔ akɔdi nkrofo bi so nti yɛn nyinaa yɛmmoa yɛnka mom na yɛmpresa justice no. Don Papa Richard Aroma ene ko Facebook live nyame enhyira wo ena afi Emmanuel Saki nyame enhyira papa Ayo lady eyemedi da se ne me no be hia ka bi segment me wie ntem na mafa course fa che me se ne mentimi afa course na mo ke story no adi ye time ni bebre nti mo fa nche ye ne story so na ehu hia se ye ma ne time no timi echichim nti nyame ya adoma next week de ye be yire ye ho se kabi segment no so no anya hwe kra nipa be 10 na 15 de be fa mo nti 1 minute kra na ebetimi afa nipa bebre na ye nyina ye di nkomo de abo oban Ghana nyame adoma da se ne be san ne wa hia bye bye.
WOHO 95.1